So here we are, the United Nations Security Council. Yes, that United Nations has for the first time ever named the terrorist group responsible for the Pahalgam attack, Lashkar-e-Taiba puppet, the resistance front, in a sanctions monitoring report, an actual document, not just as some vague terror proxy, but specifically as the outfit behind the April 22nd massacre in Pahalgam. And still, some of our own esteemed opposition leaders, well-dressed, well-spoken, always ready with a cynical soundbite, have made it a point to cast doubt not on Pakistan, not on the terror outfits, but apparently, obliquely, on our own armed forces. Now, let me jog your memory. 2 days ago, Congress veteran P. Chidambaram, lawyer, economist, former Home Minister, wondered aloud in an interview, how do we know the terrorists weren't homegrown? Well, the UN Security Council seems to know. And then there's Congress MP Praniti Shinde calling Operation Sindoor a media tamasha of the government. A military operation in which Indian jets struck terror launch pads and military bases across the LOC and inside Pakistan that killed over 80 terrorists and facilitators, paralyzed an entire country's air defense and military, forcing it to literally beg for a ceasefire, is apparently a tamasha to this Congress MP. Perhaps she believes counter-terror operations should be done in silence and shame, preferably with no public knowing, no visuals and no success. Let's add to this parade of pettiness. Prithviraj Chavan, another Congress leader, former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, says the name Operation Mahadev, which was the operation in which the Pahalgam terrorists were killed, sounds too saffron for his taste. Never mind that Mahadev is also the name of the mountain range near Srinagar where the operation took place, and that's how the army actually names operations, after the location. But sure, geography can go to hell if there's political mileage to be had, right? Then comes Akhilesh Yadav, questioning the timing of Operation Mahadev. So what are you implying? What is he implying? That soldiers put their lives on the line on a schedule decided by political operatives? That the bullets they fired, the terrorists they neutralized, the wounds they suffered were scripted? Do you think the men in olive green coordinated their lives around press conferences? One can argue that some rotten apples can be bent for narrative purposes, but the army's entire 15 corps? Seriously? Now, this isn't just casual cynicism, which is part and parcel of politics. This is corrosive, it's dangerous. It tells every soldier and officer in uniform that their sacrifice will be put through a political lie detector test, their bravery smeared as choreography. Because here's the truth. The TRF is now officially recognized in black and white by the UN as a Lashkar proxy. The same TRF some of our opposition leaders weren't even sure existed. The same terror group that they hinted could have been a homegrown bogey. And the brave men and women of our armed forces, they are watching. They are watching on their phones, wherever they are, even in forward areas. They've fought wars that politicians will never understand. And now they're watching the people who claim to represent India choose point scoring over patriotism. Be warned, the next time you try to deflate a military operation, to inflate your political relevance, the armed forces won't respond, but the people of India just might.